Time now for a look at our viewer-submitted photos.
Emily Griffin has our Send It to 7 Pics of the Week.
Send It to 7 Pics of the Week, sponsored by Foy Agency.
We had some fascinating looking clouds from Tuesday's storm. Michael Markham sent us this from Adams. Sarah Losos watched the storm rolling into Chameau. Jeff Palmerville parked the septic tank in Watertown to get a better look. And Brenda Maxon saw them in Fowler. She thought this picture looked like a hand. The good news is, after rain, we get a rainbow. Here's one lighting up Krogan from Bruce Smith. Dalton Miller Jr. captured a cool shot of the Ogdensburg International Bridge. And Stacy Smith Tarbox saw not one, but two great blue herons in Pierponts. What a sight. Finally, Tammy Ritchie had an eye to the sky for the Ogdensburg Seaway Festival. Thanks for sharing the fireworks with us on Send It to 7. Emily Griffin, 7 News.